Section 6.8.3, this is the related Sage code. Just basically looking at what they're giving me over here, which we've done this for some time now, is resetting, which is kind of clearing all the variable space out, and anything I've saved from a prior session. I'm defining some variables here. It looks like X, Y, and Z. That's var. Now I'm going to type a little bit differently, and certainly I do this over different problem sets. But I'm just going to type in X, comma, Y, comma, Z, comma. So I'm quoting all those together instead of individually. It's really the same thing. And then I'm going to define this function. It's got two arguments, X and Y, and it equals, that's an assignment operator, X plus 1 star Y plus 1 minus 1. All right? And then I'm going to use this Boolean operator, and I'm asking the question, is f of x comma y the same thing as f of, I'm just communicating the variables, right, yx. It's either going to be true or it's going to be false. It's true. All right, we'll go back over the key later to emphasize this. Let's do the next one, bool. And what's that one over there? F of x. The second argument is y plus z. And they are wondering, is that the same thing as f of x, comma y, plus f of x, comma z. All right? It's either true or false. It says it's false. All right, let's do the next one. Bool f of x minus 1. That's the first argument. Second argument, x plus 1. Whoops, I made a mistake in typing, didn't I? And is that the same thing as f of x, first argument, second argument is also x, minus 1. It's either going to be true or false. All right, it's true. All right, bool f of x comma 0, is that the same thing as x? It's either true or false. It's true. And the last one is bool, and I'll go back over the key to make sure you know where this is coming from. F of x, well, it's nested now, isn't it? F of yz. It's more complicated, isn't it? And they're wondering, is that the same thing as f of fxy, comma z? It's either true or false. It's true. Now I want to go back over the notes, and I want to tell you, it's problem number 5. All right, so what did I do over there? I used Sage to answer the question. And what's the question? Which one of the following is false? And the only one that's false is going to be the letter B. And we've determined that by doing the operator that they were asking us to do, the operation they're asking us to do. Again, you would do this by hand, but I want to point out that you could imagine how powerful it is to have a tool at your disposal that would allow you to do things that are far more complicated, and that's a great asset to you if you could master Sage. I want to point out sometimes the bool function doesn't, in my opinion, I'm not an expert with coding, but it sometimes has a hard time when you're doing arithmetic. It sometimes rounds things off in a funny way, and it says things that are true turn out to be somewhat false sometimes. All right, so be aware of that. Thank you.